infinite supreme peace to all the divine souls. This is the second part of Journey to Higher Dimensions. In the first part, we talked about Bhulok, Earth. Now, above Bhulok is Bhuvarloka. Bhuvarloka. It is the first higher dimensions above the Earth and located between the Earth and the Sun. It is also known as Pitruloka or the land of the ancestors. This astral plane is a location where many celestial areas of planes of existence are present, out of which 5 main planes are well known. First, Dhruvaloka. Second, region of the 7 sages known as Saptarishi Loka. Third, Nakshatra Loka, the realm of the heavenly planets. Fourth, Chandraloka, the world of the moon god. 5. Surya Loka, the world of the sun god, the solar deity. Dhruvaloka or Polestar is the planet of Dhruv ardent devotees of Lord Vishnu. It constantly shines as the central pivot for all the stars and luminaries and planets revolve around this planetary system. The Saptashi Loka is the abode of the 7 holy sages who are the mind-born sons of Lord Brahma. This realm is situated below Dhruvaloka at a distance of 2 lakhs yojanas and circles the Polestar. Many highly advanced spiritual souls reside in this dimension who render help to heavenly gods in various ways. In return for their services, the soul gets an opportunity to reside in Swargaloka or heaven. However, if the soul is enhanced by the attractions of the heavenly world, then as a consequence, the soul is sent down to the earth to take birth as a human being. Even after death of physical body, the soul performs karma in 3 elemental subtle form, meaning the soul comes under the karmic cycle as long as it is susceptible to the influence of its mind. After the body dies, the lesser the burden of karma, the lighter the soul become. A sinful soul has more air element in its subtle body and is filled with negative energy. Due to the prevalence of air elements, the subtle body of such soul gets vibrations in the higher altitudes of the Himalayas, mountains, Kailash Mansarovar, Badrinath, Kedarnath, etc. are ideally situated for spiritual growth. The air element or Vayu Tattva in these spiritual places is very pure, light and powerful. This helps astral souls to refine their subtle body. The air elements of the soul gets charged and eventually the fire element also gets charged. Therefore, performing meditation in the Himalayas compensates for the damages of the subtle body and the soul regains the power. Whereas on the rest of the earth there is a lot of negativities spread out all over the environment. In the Himalayas there are many invisible spiritual realms or ashrams in astral non-physical form. Many sattvic souls from groups and meditate in their own clusters called golas or spheres. In a sphere gola there may be a group consisting of 5,000 souls, 10,000 souls or even more. In this way there are hundreds and thousands of souls engaged in prayer and intense meditation for long periods. They be charging the air and fire elements of their subtle body. The highly spiritual atmosphere contains pure air element, which is a dominant part of the subtle body, and enclosed within the air element is the fire element Agni Tattva. These subtle elements present in the rarefied atmosphere are favorable for charging the subtle body of a soul. However, it must be noted that even though the subtle body can be charged, here the causal body cannot be charged by this process. The causal body or Karan Sharir comprises the mind, thoughts and desires and possesses the records of all the karmic actions done by thought, speech or deeds. If the causal body is energized with supreme light, Param Prakash, then all the karmic records of the soul get destroyed. When causal body is charged, then content of either element in the body becomes predominant. Thus soul can travel to Vishnupuri, the causal realm in this solar system. When a soul remembers Parabrahma Parmeshwar, Lord Shiva in incorporeal form, then the intellect transcends the world of name and form and establishes in pure soul consciousness. In such a state, the soul receives supreme divine light or Param Prakash, due to which the Param Akash Tattva or supreme ether element is charged. If a soul receives even the smallest quantity of supreme light, then the causal body as well as the subtle body of the soul gets energized. This supreme light destroys the heaviness which was earlier present in the subtle body. Thus, the soul becomes weightless and the soul gradually moves to higher dimensions. In the astral world, there are millions of times more souls present than the number of human souls living on the earth. In the lower astral world, ranging from 500 km to 1000 km above the earth's surface, there are large groups of negative souls with devilish traits. Sinful or impure souls remain below 1000 km layer, whereas pure and good soul can easily cross the beyond 1000 km range. As a soul moves to the higher subtle dimensions, the thoughts areas in mind also changed accordingly. Bhuvarloka is also called Pitruloka. That is the abode of our departed ancestors. In ancient times, departed souls would reside in this realm, enjoying the fruit of their merits and waiting for reincarnation on the earth plane. However, at current time, souls do not possess the energy even to go to Pitruloka. The scared rituals called Shraddh are carried out after the death of a person, in which offerings are made to the departed souls residing in Pitruloka. Unfortunately, currently the departed souls are not able to go to Pitruloka. Instead, they keep wandering around in the earth's atmosphere. The dimension above is this heaven. Heaven is also called in scriptures Shastras Swarg Loka. Heavier and thus cannot travel to higher dimensions. Hence, by doing meditation, the astral body of the soul absorbs supreme light from higher dimensions and gets purified, as a result of which the content of air element reduces and ether element enhances. In the astral body, the prevalence of ether element increases the power of the soul, and thus soul can travel to a higher dimension with more speed. The soul experiences greater happiness and peace as it ascends to the upper layers. Those souls who are tamapradhan or very impure in nature, after their death continue to live in a subtle form in their houses or at their religious places such as temple, church or masjid, etc. Such impure souls lack power and end up as ghosts on or in Pret Yoni, life in lower astral plane. In the subtle body, sometimes also referred to as plankton. These sinful souls never think about salvation or moksha, and their subtle body is heavy due to the prevalence of air elements. Thus, they cannot cross and go beyond the gravitational pull of the earth, which exerts up to 200 km distance from earth. The cravings for pleasures, attachment to material things, attachment to body and bodily relatives, and due to the commitment of sins for fulfilling the desires, the subtle body of such souls is very weak. If a soul has suffered deep wounds or psychological damage to its subtle body in their present life, subsequently this will result in negative karma and gets carried forward to the next birth as a negative karmic account. A pure soul whose mind is peaceful and always had God in his thoughts tends to go towards the higher dimensions after their death or leaving the physical body. There are many souls in Bhuvarloka who are sattvic or pure in nature and always stay in remembrance of the Almighty God or their deities. Such good souls are guided by spiritually advanced soul to go to the Himalayas and meditate for their spiritual advancement. Since the pure atmosphere pervaded with positive, this is the third loka and also called heaven. Swarg Loka is located above Bhuvarloka. Now, who can go to the Swarg Loka? The souls who have performed good deeds and led pious lives on earth can go to the Swarg Loka after death and are eligible to enjoy the fruits of their good karma. In the heavenly realm, the Lord Dharmaraj, Lord Yama, god of death and justice, who keeps an account of the virtuous and sinful deeds of a soul, determines the time for a soul to spend in heaven or hell. The soul residing in Swargloka possesses a body of their elements. Such a divine body gives sufficient happiness to the human soul. Whereas in the mortal world, one has a heavy body made of five gross elements. The Swargloka is an enchanting place with the devis, gods, goddesses, leading an opulent materialistic life full of enjoyment and comforts, music, dance, and is often found partaking of Somras, a heavenly election. When the acquired god karmas come to an end, the power of the deities, gods, and goddesses depletes, and they are directed to leave Swargloka to reside in Bhuloka, earth. Highly knowledgeable and spiritually advanced souls will never desire for the temporary happiness of Indraloka, heaven. And they would rather focus upon self-liberation, moksha. Such yogi souls will move to higher dimensions above Swargloka, such as Janloka, Taploka, Maharloka, Brahmapuri, Vishnupuri, Shivpuri, or Paramdham. Such great souls will attain liberation, moksha, in Paramdham, which is the incorporeal abode of Lord Shiva, who is the creator of the Brahmand solar system. The pious souls, due to their spiritual efforts, merge into Parabrahma Parameshwar, incorporeal, formless form of Paramatma, Supreme Soul, Shiva. When the soul merges into the Parabrahma or Supreme Soul of incorporeal Shiva and loses its identity, then it is places of luxury and enticing splendors, a realm where the soul gets to fulfill its intrinsic inner desires on account of its good karmas. There exists a time difference between the Swargloka, heaven, and earth. As per Hindu astronomy based on the Puranas and scriptures, one day, 24 hours of the deities in heaven is one solar year. 360 days of humans, 100 years of deities in Swargloka is about 36,500 solar years on earth. By this calculation, one can understand that a soul has, for example, only 100 years of happiness in the heavenly realm, which is a large time period of 36,500 years on earth. But in return, a soul is subjected to countless number of birth and deaths of the karmic cycle on earth. A soul's virtuous deeds on earth result in elevation of the soul to heaven for a temporary period of time, after which the soul has to come back again either to human life form or to any of the 8.4 million life forms of various species as per its karma. Abominable sinful actions on the earth plane lead to the downfall of the soul into the 55 crores 550 million hells known as nether world, Narkaloka. The spiritually knowledgeable souls do not fall prey to illusory joys that are found in the three worlds of Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, and Swargloka. The wise souls, having full knowledge about soul science, are very well aware that life in our solar system is just a blink in the causal ocean of the Supreme God. For example, as per the Hindu time cycle, is one day of Brahma, a Kalpa Pralaya, takes place in which the three worlds Bhulok, Bhuvarlok, and Swarglok get destroyed. When one cycle of four yugas, known as Chaturyug, finishes on earth, a partial dissolution, Earth Pralaya, occurs on the earth. In this manner, completion of 71 cycles of Chaturyuga is called one Manvantar. When 14 Manvantars get completed, a Kalpa called the attainment of moksha or mukti, salvation or liberation. A year on earth is equivalent to a day in Swargloka. Swargloka is also known as the plane of paradise. On earth, there is illusion, Maya, in gross form, whereas in Swargloka, the illusion or the wheeling power of nature is present in subtle form. Illusion in physical world is displayed through physical elements, and illusion in subtle world is displayed through subtle elements like air, fire, and ether. It is interesting to know that the beauty, grandiose, and happiness found in Swargloka is not eternal but in fact temporary in nature. The presence of Maya, ignorance, avidya, illusory power exists from earth till Brahmapuri. One can say that there is no difference between Swargloka and Bhuloka except the type of body. The deities of Swargloka possesses a subtle body of 3 elements, and human beings have a physical body of 5 elements. We can also find the presence of the main vices such as lust, anger, greed, attachment, and envy in the deities. The deities also are affiliated with such vices just like the human beings on earth, so deities are also definitely trapped in Maya. The king of Swargloka, Indra, also has desire to get the position of Brahma, that is to become lord of Brahmapuri. It is only in the Bhuloka, earth, where a soul can get spiritual knowledge to attain self-realization and God realization, and there be attain salvation, moksha. Even deity Indra had to come down to earth for getting knowledge of the soul from Prajapati in his ashram. Earth is the karma bhumi, or in other words, it is the land of actions where we can put our efforts to gain the supreme knowledge by discharging our rightful duty. Deities cannot obtain divine knowledge of soul and supreme soul in Swargloka. Swargloka is basically nothing more than a pralaya occurs when all 3 layers of substance like Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, and Swargloka get destroyed. So, in one day of Brahma, all 3 levels of creation, such as Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, and Swargloka, get destroyed. Therefore, we can understand that the time period of the divine realm of heaven is also finite in nature. As per the various stories in Hindu Puranas, Lord Indra, the mighty king of gods and ruler of Swargloka, was cursed on quite a few occasions for his misdeeds and unrighteous actions. In order to get Brahma Gyan or knowledge of Brahma, which is the supreme incorporeal radiant form of God, the soul residing in Swargloka have to come down to Bhulok for attaining spiritual knowledge and enlightenment. This is because through Swargloka is in the higher subtle realm, and the deities live there in the best of comforts and happiness. There is no spiritual knowledge in this realm. The souls from heaven reborn in the mortal world to obtain knowledge of Brahma from self-realized sages called as rishis, munis, and yogis on Bhuloka, and practice being in a state of total union with the Almighty whilst being alive in the physical body. In short, to attain the God realized state of supreme consciousness, to attain moksha by leaving all worldly desires and attachments, being absorbed in the bliss of merging one's consciousness in supreme soul, Param Brahma Parmeshwar. A soul has to take human body in this physical world of the earth plane. Such is the wonderful privilege and value of human birth. It is praised by great sages in various scriptures as human soul greater than a divine soul of Swargloka. Adi Shankaracharya, one of the greatest saints, philosophers of India, who is considered an avatar of Lord Shiva, places knowledge of self and of Brahma higher than attain moksha. According to the Vedas and Upanishads, it is only the foolish soul who aspires to go to Swargaloka. The happiness and supreme peace are in the supreme abode, Paramdham. Thank you, Infinite Supreme Peace. Infinite Supreme Knowledge by Bapuji Dashath Bhai Patel, our great grandfather.